All right, well, welcome to the Champs Captain Kickoff webinar. Um, Welcome to Heidi from Fremont and Sarah from Nebraska City. We're recording this webinar so that those who couldn't make it could just watch the webinar and learn how to do this. We kind of have a mix of two people, one with a great deal of experience, and Sarah, who's been driving Champs to a high level in Nebraska City. And Fremont, we got Heidi, who's new to the Champs Captain role. So now what I want to do is we're just going to kind of run through the expectations and a little bit of a review for you, Sarah, but there are some new things. So what's a Champs Captain? Well, to make a long story short, it's a focused leadership role within the store. So we pick people who are already demonstrating leadership qualities and customer mania qualities and put you in kind of in charge of driving the champs in the restaurant, getting customers engaged, getting employees engaged around filling out surveys to give us the feedback we need to get a better grasp of where our strengths and opportunities are. This is something that is measured on the company scorecard, so it impacts how you rank, rack, and stack amongst other restaurants. And obviously, the goal of our business is to grow our business, both sales and profit. And one way to do that is to take care of them. And this helps us by driving champs. We're able to hope, and what we see is that we just execute better with the customer, and the customer is happier and returns more often, and thus we grow our sales and profits. So when selecting a Champs Captain, we basically ask that that person be somebody who has a lot of customer contact. So if you're a person chosen for this, then you must be somebody who's already got a lot of customer contact. We want somebody who shows potential to lead if you're not already leading. And usually that person who's picked has already been showing leadership. But what this will do for you as whether you're a team leader or a shift manager, is it helps develop your skills as a leader, because one of the things you do is you have to set goals and communicate with the team, motivate the team, share results, hold people accountable who struggle. So all those are qualities that are necessary for a person in a leadership position. So whether you stay with Pizza Hut and grow a Pizza Hut, or whether you move on to something else, those qualities are very valuable out in the business world. So that's what we're looking for. Now let's start with the goals. Well, the first goal is accessing InMoment. InMoment's the site used for reporting. So you're going to want to have access to that. So your RGM has one. And to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure, but the way you access InMoment is typically through Yum. Or HutLink, I should say. So I'm going to real quickly go to my HutLink, because you should be able to access HutLink through your own Learning Zone username and password. So like my username is MGS5433, and of course my password's already in there. So like anytime and I think hopefully you all know your username and password for these things. If you don't, you'll have to go through a process of changing it. I did that just the other day with an employee at the Pizza Hut. I think it was Glenwood Pizza Hut. Went through and you go in and you don't know your password. You click all the stuff that helps you do that. So then once you're in there, so we're going to log in. Trouble logging in, by the way, is where you would go, where it says click here. And then you get into HutLink. Now, HutLink is really Pizza Hut's page for all the information. You can learn what's going on with specials and whatever. But our purpose on this webinar is, now keep in mind, this is the area coach login, so it may look just a little bit different. But the fast way to find Champs is to go to the quick links. Quick links is where you get all your key links, right? You're at Learning Zone, Hiring Zone. Now, whether you see all that, you might not see very much of this. But we're going to go straight to Champs. Now I got to find it here. Champs, duh. Kind of just went right over the top of it. Okay, so Champs reporting. So you'll notice that the link is taking us to In-Moment Hub. Sarah, can you tell me whether you've been to this website then? I'm going to assume you have. Have you been to the HutLink In-Moment website, Sarah? If you're typing a message, I can't see it. Are you there still, Sarah? Sarah?
I can't hear either.
Huh. Well, maybe she had to step away for some reason. Anyway, so we'll get back to this. Okay, so uh, Champs Captain. Sorry, I'm clicking around here. So you want to be able to get into the In-Moment site. For you, Heidi, Corey can set that up. Now, one of the things that you can do if you have a smartphone, is you can download or put the app for In-Moment on your smartphone, and then you'll be able to access directly from your phone. It's up to you; it's your choice, but it can certainly make accessing the data fairly simple for you.
Yeah, the crew app, it really does help us too with, you know, so I think that would be good.
Yeah, the Crew app is one thing. The In-Moment would be a different app completely. So I think you would benefit from that. But anyway, so when you go in, now of course I see all my stores, right? So I got to figure out, okay, hang on a second here. They've changed how it views. Well, you'll notice that you get kind of a summary page. So let's just go into Fremont. Oh, why is it not showing everybody? So they decided to change it on me, it looks like. Okay, we're going to go to summary. Now I can change stores. Okay, so we'll go to Fremont here. Now, when you go in, this is what you're going to be able to see. You're going to see a summary page. So since June 12th in Fremont, you've had 37 responses. Your bottom two box score is 3, which is exceeding the number 5. Basically, you're exceeding the basic goal because you want to stay under 4%. So good job there. And you can see the likely to recommend. That score is 59, so it did drop just a little bit. How many surveys you got, and it gives you a trend of the last several periods. Every period is 4 weeks, so from back in period 2, which would be like February, and then each, kind of gives you a trend. How are you doing as a team? Your product bottom two box score shows up there, so you can kind of dig and you get customer comments that you can read through those comments. You get positive comments, you get negative comments. So it helps you as the Champs Captain know where you're at, how you're doing. So this is where you want to go to get that data. And your manager can help you, as far as getting into that. Are you there yet, Sarah? She lost sound, she said. Sarah, are you back? Well, I'm going to keep going. Actually, what I can do maybe, because I'm going to pause the record. Okay, back to where we were at. So the In-Moment site, I guess what I was asking, and I don't know if you heard me, Sarah, but have you been on the In-Moment site yourself personally? And you can unmute to answer. It might be easier just because I don't have my text chat where I can see it. Are you there, Sarah? Hope I didn't lose you again. Are you there, Sarah? Okay, did you hear my question that I directed towards you? You did, okay. So my question is, have you been able to log into this site? Cool. Do you mind unmuting? Is your mic working? Can you maybe just share what you do, how you use it? Your mic not working? No, I can't hear you. Huh.
I did notice on the screen, you know how there's 3 boxes? We don't have a little speaker with a line through it, but hers does. Is there any way to get that off to where maybe we can hear her?
I don't know. I think maybe we'll just skip that part just to keep it moving. I'm not sure why we're not hearing you, but that's okay. We'll just keep moving. All right. So.
Oh, this button was pressed.
I hear you.
Oh, there was this little button on this cord, and I was blinking, so I hit it.
Okay, nice. Yeah, so I think it would be helpful for anybody who watches this webinar or is how you use this, because you're having a lot of success.
Honestly, I don't understand much about like the bubbles and stuff,
Okay.
but I just know I need, like 5 a week and 75% and bottom 2 box less than 4. But I check the champs every day because I have a competition going with my weights. And then I print off, if we get any more surveys, I print off what people say and everything, and then I have a board that I hang everything up on.
So it sounds like you look for the key information and try to share it with the team.
Yeah, I keep everybody updated. We're pretty competitive down here.
I see that. Well, and you're right at the top of the list.
Because I do weekly prizes, and then I have like a period. I don't want to say monthly because it goes by periods, but then I have a big period prize at the end where for every 5, they have to get 5 to enter, but for every 5, their name gets drawn in for whatever I choose to be the period gift. It's normally, I don't know, I normally spend like $20, $25 on it. And then throughout the week, there's a winner for the week, and then everybody else just gets like a piece of candy. And then the winner of the week who has the most, I have like this big box of brown bags, and it's kind of like you just pick a bag and see what you get type thing. They all really enjoy it, so.
Well, it sounds really fun, keeps it positive, keeps it alive, and your results show it. So nice job, Sarah. Keep up the great work, and I think the people who are like Heidi listening now and those who watch this webinar will, get some good ideas from that.
Yeah.
All right, so moving on. Thanks again, Sarah.
Yep.
Okay, so looking at the rest, kind of moving the rest of the way through this, Driving Champs surveys. And as Sarah mentioned, we want to get at least 5 surveys per week. That's the goal. We want to get less than 4% on bottom 2 box. And we want to get at least 75%. Now, one thing that's changed, Sarah, is that Pizza Hut's focusing now on overall satisfaction instead of likely to recommend. So that's one of the one changes in it. They kind of go hand in hand. It seems like if you get overall satisfaction high, you also get likely to recommend high. So they're almost they almost mirror each other, but just letting you know, Sarah, and then anybody else who watches, that it's the overall satisfaction that they're going to be, that Pizza Hut's watching now. Then, of course, we want you to celebrate the wows. Oops, I wasn't supposed to do that. We want to celebrate and recognize wows, much like Sarah just described. When I say report at weekly meetings, it depends. I'm not saying every week you're going to be at a meeting, but basically be prepared to report to the management team as needed, because we need to keep them engaged, the entire management team. I decided for this, we're going to do webinars once a period. First, I was doing them once a week, and it just got to be where it's too difficult to get it all done. So I think once a period is what we're going to do. So at the end of each period, and I don't have a specific date yet, but when I get that scheduled, then hopefully we'll do it the same time, same day, every period, so you can kind of plan for it. A Champs board should, some sort of a place in the store where you can communicate what's going on with Champs on a board, is what we would like to see in every restaurant. And your job is to keep it fresh and new and let people know what's going on. And I really encourage you to use the Crew app as a way to communicate, a way to celebrate success, a way to let people know how we're doing. To me, the Crew app is an electronic bulletin board. It's like a Chance board or any kind of communication, only it's using technology to our advantage. So it's a great place to communicate what's going on, what you're doing, what prizes, who wins, blah, blah, blah. So I encourage you to use it. I do pay for the Crew app, and I do want the stores to make full use of it, because in my view and from what I've experienced, it's been a very effective communication tool. So what's in it for me? What's in it for you? I've kind of changed the bonus program up a little bit, and so here's what I've done. So if you, as the Champs captain, can achieve an overall satisfaction score for the period of 75% and meet at least 20 surveys for the period, then you will be bonused $25 for that. So if you also, there's another bonus that if you achieve a 0 bottom 2 box for Likely to Recommend, and at least 20 surveys, you'll get another $25. So potentially, if you're really hitting the mark, you can earn a $50 bonus each period. The only thing I ask, and I put that on here, I suppose it's a little bit vague, but we want you to demonstrate that you're fully engaged in driving it. And the only reason I put that on there is I've had experiences where Champs captains were completely unengaged, but the store was still getting results. So they were getting bonuses really for doing nothing. So, like for example, I know Sarah is 100% engaged, and so if that you achieve those results, you would receive the bonus. Whereas if there was somebody who was really not doing anything, then and that's really, I realize it's a little bit subjective, but that's where the manager comes in to let us know, hey, look, this person's really not paying attention. So, but it's unlikely, unless your store is really awesome, that you would get the results without being engaged anyway. So, Champs captain, please submit your request to the RGM. So I'm asking you to go to your RGM, because the RGMs do get busy. We want to make sure that you get your bonus paid out. Here's what we don't want. We don't want you not to get paid, and then 3-4 months later, oh yeah, I got bonus every month the last 3 months. Now we got to pay a larger amount. So what we're asking is, it has to be paid out within 1 week of the end of the period, otherwise it's canceled. So that way we don't have a lot of unpaid bonuses. We want that to happen. We want you to get the bonus that you earn. It's very important that you do receive that. Otherwise, what's the point of having the bonus if you're not getting it? So it's going to be helpful for you to be to approach your manager to so that they don't forget and it gets paid out. Some of the things to focus on as a Champs captain, driving quota. We talked about that, at least 5 a week. So to do that, it's it's getting your employees to hand out Champs teasers or to explain the surveys. And I believe on the back of the receipts, there's even an offer a customer can take advantage of. You also want to, one of the things I ask is you're the person who helps us drive our company standard for welcoming customers. It is SMC's expectation to welcome every guest that walks in with "Welcome to Pizza Hut." That is our standard. So as a customer walks in, whether it's dine-in or carry-out, the first thing they should hear is, "Hi, welcome to Pizza Hut." So we're asking you to drive that. We ask you also to reward people who do, get those wows. Whether it's passing out candy. I think passing out candy, I like your idea of having candy in a bag and they reach in and get us, whatever they pull out. I like that's a fun way to do it. I think every wow should get some sort of recognition, and I think candy's a great way to do it. But you might find other ways to do that as well. Champs board, keeping that thing fresh. People have, I go around the stores and sometimes they'll have Champs boards up. And sometimes they're updated, sometimes it's just wallpaper and it's been the same for so long, nobody even looks at it. So it's very important to keep them fresh and keep them updated. Keep the team engaged. I don't have on here the Crew app, but I really make full use of the Crew app. It's a great way to communicate with people on the team, keep them engaged. So with that, that pretty much sums up the program again. And so I guess what I would ask of you today is just kind of get the ball rolling and start engaging your team and passing out servers, see if we can drive quota and drive down bottom to box. With that having been said, do either of you have any questions? This is an opportunity to answer, ask any questions you might have.
Well, this will be very first for me. I think it was very interesting about what Sarah was saying that she did. But I need to have more of a control over where I can find my material so I can do that as well.
Yeah, and you have great resources in Fremont. Corey is fully aware of the program and how it works, what makes it work. Of course, Trisha's been doing it for a while, and she did a lot of cool stuff. So you've got great resources. And then, of course, you got your own creativity, have some fun with it. And as we move forward and move through this, when we get on webinars, we can share ideas. And that's what makes it fun. You can do different things. It's the fun part about the Champs Captain program is you kind of bring the fun to the store. And if you're creative with that, much like Sarah and her bag of candy and other things she's doing, it can really take the store and the working at the Pizza Hut just a better experience for everybody. Well, having said that, I think we'll go ahead and call this webinar. Appreciate you guys getting on. Good luck to you, and if you need anything at any time, just give me a holler.
Alrighty, sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.